Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Today on the channel, we are looking at Flamecraft. Well, we're not looking at the rules, we're actually looking at the shops of Flamecraft. I will say, I have the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition of Flamecraft. So I have extra shops. And I do believe that there are some promo shops out there that I do not have. So I can't speak to those. But I'm going to talk about my 10 favorite shops in Flamecraft. Of course, I like Flamecraft a lot. It's a worker placement game. It's got just fantastic artwork components. It comes with a mat, a play mat, instead of a board. If you follow the channel, you know I love playmats, and it also comes with metal coins in the deluxe edition. But Flamecraft, a game that I like a lot, but I want to share my top 10 favorite shops in the game. And you only play with like 6 starter shops and at most, I believe, 6 other ones. So out of the, what does the rules say? 30 some? You spend, wow, what does it say? 28 plus 6, and I have a few extra. So at least out of the 34, you only play with 12 each game. So each game is often going to be really different depending on which shops are in there, which shops come up, and how fast they come up and whatnot. So I'm going to start with my number 10. And I do believe that I fully understand all of these shops. Please don't roast me in the comments if I miss a rule. I will also say that in the rules they have explanations. Sorry about that. Explanations for how all the shops work. But I'm going to start with number 10, and that is this one, Le Petit Dragon. And I'm talking about, it's my favorite, not necessarily artwork, but the shop ability and kind of what you get when you start filling the shop. So let's start with that. 4 hearts, which is sweet. Hearts are victory points. You get 2 hearts and any artisan dragon, or a heart and a coin, which is a wild resource. So that's pretty sweet. But when you activate this shop, I love this. Place a dragon in the shop to gain coins instead of hearts. Or take all of the dragons if it's full. Gives you, versatility in 2 ways. If you put a dragon here, instead of, getting 4 hearts, you're just taking 4 coins, which then you can use those coins to fill the enchantments. And that gets you a lot of victory points. So I love that. Or you could just, if there's 3 dragons here and you're like, man, I really need to place, a potion dragon in this shop to activate this so that it will help me with one of my secret goals, you can then just scoop them all up, and then you have those 3 cards in your hand. So I like that one. My number 10, Le Petit Dragon. Number 9, I will also say that I love the play on words in these as well. So number 9 is Gnome Depot. These are pretty standard, okay? 3 hearts, a fancy dragon, 2 hearts, okay, whatever. But pay 8 of one good type to gain 8 hearts. Of course, if you know, at the end of your turn, you can't have more than 7 of each resource, and there are 6 resources. So, yeah, you could have up to 42, which would be crazy. But you can't have more than 7 at the end of your turn, so you would then spend 8 for 8. And that's, like, just as good as some of the enchantment ones, especially the ones where, like, a set of these 2 resources is 0 points and 2 sets is 2, and so on and so forth. This is pretty sweet because if this thing's enchanted with a few of the iron dragons, then you're going to be getting that. And if you're activating this guy, then you're already going to be getting 2 more of these. And I don't know. So I like that one. 8 resources for 8 victory points. Gnome Depot, number 9. Number 8. It is Guilty Treasures. Okay. Coins, coins, coins. I love coins. And then I love the special ability. You pay 1 coin to gain 4 hearts. Then you may give another player another coin to gain another 4 hearts. So coin to the bank for 4. And then you give another coin for another 4. So again, 8 victory points for 2 wild resource per se. And it's just the spirit of Flamecraft. You're giving victory points or you're giving resources to other people for victory points. And that's just like the whole, spirit of the game. So I love this one. And, the artwork's pretty cool too. So my number 8 is Guilty Treasures. Number 7. It is Scale Mail Post. The rewards, they're maybe a little bit lackluster in comparison, but it also has, two different things that you can put. So you can put one of, like, all six of the resource, all six of the dragons, where some of these other ones, much like Guilty Treasures, you can't put any diamond one there, right? But you can put 2 spots for the bread ones. But this, one of every different type of dragon, and then you get to draw 2 fancy dragons. You keep one, and then you give another one to another player for 4 hearts, which are, again, victory points. There's something that I just do so much in Flamecraft is these fancy dragons. I just have this love for getting fancy dragons because I always want to have a whole bunch of them and then kind of have this big, like, mic drop moment where I think I'm going to lose and it looks like I'm going to lose, and then I flip over all my fancy dragons and I get so many more victory points. Rarely does that happen, and I should probably stop with that strategy, but there's just something about gaining these fancy dragons and having these secret objectives that you're trying to do, and I love that. And then, of course, you give one away and you get 4 victory points as well. So there you have it. That is Scale Mail Post. Next up, we have the Wishing Well. I love it. You go there, you gain 3 coins, which is sweet. And then, obviously, you can gain hearts, fancy dragons, or more hearts by placing a dragon there. And then I love the push your luck. You can activate the shop, and then you can flip 3 coins. So it's just something so satisfying about flipping coins. And of course, I have the metal coins. So flipping these just delightful metal coins. And then if you get heads, you get 2 hearts. So if you do it 3 times, you get 6 hearts. If you don't do it at all, you lose all the coins. So it just thematically works. You're just pushing your luck, and so it's a lot of fun. Okay, here you go. My number, I think this would be 5. It is the Flame Starter statue. I will say this was a Kickstarter exclusive, so just be aware of that. I love this. 5, 3, 1, obviously 5 victory points for putting 1 dragon in a shop. That's amazing. And then when you activate it, if the shop is full, take all 3 into your hand. So I guess it's similar to the Petit Dragon, where you can take it if it's full. But I love it. It just gives you more versatility then, because you have all these artisan dragons in your hand that you can then start placing out and then gaining these special bonuses again. So I love this one because, well, I just told you. So moving on, number 4, this is Saving Throw. Place a dragon in town. If you fill a shop, gain 4 hearts. I love filling the shops because then you get to add more shops to the town, and it's just so satisfying putting the 3rd dragon down. Obviously you get the reward, and then you open up a new shop, and then it's just that excitement of what's next, what more is going to come, what kind of combos can I then activate further along in the game. So Saving Throw, my number 4. And so we're down to the podium, the top 3. My number 3 is Touch O Glass. Again, 3, 2, and a fancy dragon. That's all right. But you can fire up a dragon from your hand. Then you may gift it to another player for 5 hearts or 5 victory points. I love that because sometimes you have a dragon in your hand and it can't go to any specific shop. So you can't put it down, and maybe other people are at certain shops and you don't want to go to the shop that they're at because you don't want to then give your resources to them to then have a chance to activate the dragon that you want in your hand. If that makes no sense to you, I'm sorry. If you played Flamecraft, I believe that makes sense to you. But, you can activate a dragon in your hand. So maybe you have a meat dragon, and then you can put that meat dragon into another shop, and maybe then that will activate. Well, I won't activate, but maybe that'll give you something like this. You can activate that meat dragon, put it in your shop, and then you can gift that card to another player, and so you can have like these pretty massive turns. which is what Flamecraft is all about, all those big combos. So my number 3 is Tacho Glass. Number 2, I love food, so I love Full Plate Buffet. Again, standard, 3 hearts, a fancy dragon, a coin, whatever. But shop ability, gain 1 of each type of good, pay 1 to do it again. So virtually you can pay 1 resource to gain, 1 coin to gain 12 resources. And then you just have that much more versatility for some of these enchantments, because sometimes that's just what you need. People are, taking the different enchantments that you want, and you're like, oh man, I was about to get that. Now I have all these X resource. I have all this bread resource that I can't use. And so this just gives you a chance to have a whole buffet, like a whole variety of all 6 resources, and you have 2 of each. So I love this one. And really, to me, like 2 resources, imagine even if, you went there, you grabbed the meat one, and then you placed a meat dragon here, you got the coin, and then you can activate this right away. Like if this was, I wouldn't be one of the starter ones, but if you'd be the first one to go there, you could just have this like huge turn. And I love that. But my number 1, it is Dragon Alley. I love this one. This is so much fun. Of course, you go there, you get 1 coin, so that's pretty sweet. You cannot put any dragons. You can't put any artisan dragons in this shop. Instead, you'd be putting 2 coins on one of these 3 locations. So if you put 2 coins on the artisan dragon one, you would just then take 2 artisan dragons, whether it be from the park or the pile, which again, versatility. Then you can go to other shops and put more dragons down and gain more rewards, and so on and so forth. So that's sweet. 2 hearts and another fancy dragon. You already know what I think of the fancy dragons. Or put 2 coins down for 5 victory points. So yes, you're giving up 2 victory points to gain 5. So you're up 3. That's sweet. But then you leave 2 to gain the rewards, and then you get to visit another shop. So you virtually have another turn right away. You pick up your dragon and you go to another shop. That's amazing. And then you activate that shop as per normal. You activate dragon, yada, yada, yada. That's sweet. Or, of course, if there's 6 victory points there, you just go there and you just take all the 6 coins. And again, then 6 coins are 6 random wild resources. And then you can use those to help fill enchantments. So, yeah, I love it. So, there you have it. Those are my top 10, my favorite 10 shop cards from Flamecraft. And again, I said, I have the Kickstarter edition, so some of these may not be in your copy. And I will also say that there are also some promo ones, which I don't have. So maybe some of those would be in my top 10. What are your favorite shops? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with the Chance Meeples. Till next time, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with the Chance Meeples.